Got it? Okay, it's 6:35, and this is the City of Sandy Oaks Park Advisory Committee for February 18, 2020. And I will start off. Notice is hereby given that a meeting of the Sandy Oaks Park Advisory Committee will be held on Tuesday, February 18th, 2020 at 6:30 p.m. Sandy Oaks City Hall, at Sandy Oaks City Hall, located at 4451 Hickory Haven, Sandy Oaks, Texas 78112, for the purpose of considering the following agenda items. All agenda items are subject to action. So I'll call the meeting to order. John?
Here.
Ann?
Here.
Jennifer?
Here.
Gloria?
Here.
Ruth?
Here.
Charles?
Here.
We have a quorum. So can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Are there any citizens to be heard? I know it's a 15-minute thing, so. No.
Don't say anything.
Okay, so I won't even go through that. The first, well, that takes care of the first three agenda items. The fourth one would be to welcome Gloria to a seat on the Park Committee. She's already done a lot as our coordinator. So, welcome, Gloria. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Great. Okay, agenda item number 5, discuss or possible action on ideas to enhance market days. Do we, it seemed like it really was great and the weather wasn't the best either.
Yeah,
But,
it was awesome. There were a lot of people, but I think there was a lot of, I'm old.
Quite a few vendors, but not as many customers.
That's true, but there was a lot of advertisements, and you kept it up. You know,
Yeah.
don't forget about it and everything.
So is our
So-
current mode of advertising enough, or do you?
No.
What is your thought?
A lot of people were suggesting, nobody really knows where the park is. It's kind of difficult to navigate to get here. So I was wondering if maybe like put signs up there where the little island thing where it says Sandy Oaks, and just kind of put signs navigating here to the park. I think that would be really good, and just keep up on the Facebook and on the next door. But I don't know, maybe if we could design like a map, and I can also post that.
Yeah.
But I think because a lot of people aren't on the next door Facebook, so if we put signs up, like the same way we announce the meetings.
Exactly. Yes, we
Yeah.
need to have some of those made.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the signs from VIA that we can use.
Right.
And she was talking about painting them with chalkboard paint.
I can get more signs, some of my, election signs. There's still a bunch of them over at Mike's.
I had suggested this chalkboard paint because you just use the chalk paint and then just erase them just to kind of change the dates on them and reuse them. It's easier, and you have to physically go and rub it off. It won't wash off with water.
How hard would it be to get permanent signs up from city council, like green city park signs?
They're
I
expensive.
don't think it
I
would be
thought-
that difficult.
I would think
To
one in the
get
entrance
signs
and then one
made,
on Shady Forest and then one down Hickory
Yeah.
Hollow, just to like lead the way.
Navigate it, yeah.
So all we'd have to do is put park on it and an arrow and just put them in strategic places.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have to put a whole elaborate
Cause that was a
Apple, yeah.
I
feedback.
think it would be 3 signs, one on not New Mathis, on Waterwood Pass, and then one on Shady Forest, and then one down Hickory Hollow. Just with an arrow pointing which way to go. It's just,
Event signs or permanent
I'm talking
sign?
about a permanent sign, like
Permanent
a
sign.
green park sign.
Like when there's like the airport sign or the hospital
hospital
sign,
sign, yeah.
I
like
have to
that.
bring that up for council to consider.
Yeah, how big would you think? Just regular, like the regular election signs?
Like the one, no, you're
No, I'm talking
the
about
steel
like,
ones,
yeah, the
right?
actual steel ones, not like
Oh.
permanent
Oh,
ones.
permanent ones, I don't know.
Like
Did
mount them
Chris
to the
leave?
existing street poles.
God,
Hey, that would be good.
Could do that.
Chris left?
Can you put them on the light posts?
Who's gonna
Light
lock up?
poles?
I'm not sure. We could put them on the street sign posts below the street.
But I thought that was illegal.
I think stop
It's-
signs is
It's
illegal. but-
municipal. I wouldn't think it would be. I don't know.
No, municipal signs, you can double up on existing standards.
We'll-
On stop signs, it's illegal.
Stop signs
Not
is
on street signs. Because it's, like you said, it's municipal, and you're putting in another municipal direction sign. Because that's all it is a municipal direction sign saying, city parks this way.
Yeah, we don't, you think we'll only need 3?
I'm thinking 3 would be.
Well, I'll bring it up, this week, talk to Chris and to, the city administrator and see what we can do. And, I think we still have a pretty good amount in our budget. We, the only real things we've, paid for were the road construction out here and a little bit on the markers, the mile markers or the
It wasn't much at
distance
all.
markers.
$100.
And we have, 3,300 bucks sequestered for the painting of the, playground equipment. So I think that leaves us over $20,000 at least, to move ahead. And the fiscal year should, is halfway gone almost, so.
Do we need to bring that before city council?
I would think we'd have to get approval,
I would think so.
yeah.
It can even be park city hall signs, just.
Yeah, that's
say-
true
That's
too.
about, yeah, that'd work.
Oh, here comes the mayor.
Sorry. I'm just gonna have a seat. Right here.
You look kinda harried.
Glasses. Oh,
That's not one.
I'm supposed to sign that. Sorry to interrupt.
That's all right. We were just, to bring you up to date, we welcome Gloria, and now we're talking about anything that we might do to enhance the market days. And we got around to, a lot of people still don't know where the park is, so we're thinking about getting signs and to put up, just showing where the park is and maybe even, like you said, City Hall. So we're talking about permanent signs, not,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And then like on market days, we can put up the smaller signs, but
Bandit signs.
They were talking about one at the island with an arrow, and then one at Shady Forest with an arrow, and then one at Hickory Haven with an arrow.
And that's fine if you come in on Waterwood Pass. What if you come in on New Mathis? Or you come in on Shady Forest?
Well, if it's at the island, won't they?
no.
Not everybody comes in that way.
Oh,
I
gotcha,
don't, I go New Mathis.
gotcha.
So you'd need one up at.
We need at least 3.
Yeah.
Shady
Well, that-
Forest and Priest.
Yeah. We'll
Oh,
probably,
okay.
we should discuss it in council and
Well, y'all come up
they're
with,
gonna be permanent attached to street signs. That's what we were saying.
Not to street signs, they would have to be individually.
have to be their own signs.
Really?
That's what,
Yeah, they're traffic control signs.
Yeah.
We can't attach them
That's
there.
the city, that's
Where we have a pole that says city limits, that's a separate pole, so we could put it on there.
oh yeah, it's the shorter one, right? I think it's a shorter
I
pole.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, they're the shorter ones, but
Yeah.
we're gonna get different poles to make it higher. Put different poles up on there. Cause right now they're sitting on 10-foot poles. We have 12-foot poles right now, so we're gonna switch those out so they can be a little higher. And then if we wanna add on some more signs, we can.
Okay, we'll discuss it and, sort of,
I agree for the city park.
But not
I think
for
that's a
City
good
Hall.
idea to have some permanent signs for the city park.
But City Hall is gonna be moving to Municipal Plaza.
look out for a while.
At some point in the future, that will be happening.
I'm trying to save money here.
Well, if we just say city park, because the park's not moving.
Yeah,
True. Well, what about for right now, if we take the via signs and buy the chalk paint for, like for next market days, which hopefully is coming up in March, and then we'll have them for at least then, and we can put Sandy Oak City Park with arrows, and we got a bunch of them, we can put
yeah,
them.
I've got other signs too, my.
Oh, yeah, and he said he's got his signs.
We have a bunch of
Paint
signs.
over them.
We have a bunch of, yeah, we saved all of the via signs that they put out. There were 50 something, I
Oh,
think.
well, then that's more than enough.
We can
The
put one
test
every
is, have you
500 feet.
tested to see if that
Yes,
stuff will work?
it does, and you have to physically rub it off. It won't like come off with rain or anything like that. You physically have to go and
Wipe it.
wipe it off.
The chalk.
The chalk, yeah.
Oh.
Not the paint, the
Not the
black
paint
paint,
itself.
no, but like they have another, like their big fat mark. You seen them?
Oh, yeah.
They're big fat markers.
Chalkboard paint.
People use them like
Markers.
also for their windshields when
Okay,
they're like,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's stuff
Oh,
like
okay.
that. And then you have to physically go rub it off like with a Clorox wipey or
But it doesn't affect the paint.
no,
Oh.
it doesn't chip off or anything like that.
Well, then that's probably cheaper than those flags.
That's
'Cause
what I
looking,
thought.
I reached out to a guy that does those banners, you know, like they have up at the shops that say like liquor store or whatever.
Welcome or
They're really expensive.
Yeah,
So
signs are
that's a much better solution.
and I
think.
can make the stencils with my
Yes, we
fun
do.
machine.
No, I think that's a good idea. And then like Chris was saying, we have other poles. So Chris, could you get a quote for some metal signs that say like park with arrows?
City Park, yeah.
Yeah, city park. And kind of figure out how many we would need. I can't,
I'm thinking 5. 1 on New Mathis.
I think you're gonna need more than one going down Waterwood Pass.
No, 1 on New Mathis and then 1 on Waterwood Pass, aim with an arrow this way, and then 1 on Shady Forest, and then 1 on Priest Road.
But I'm thinking somewhere between the Valero and Shady Forest.
So they don't think they're like, oh, I missed it.
I
Because
missed
it's a
it.
long way.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you put one on New Mathis, you'll need another one at New Mathis and Shady Forest.
Not if you're
The
pointing
dark-
towards
Or
New Mathis to
Skyline.
go to Waterwood Pass.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, instead of going that
Don't
way, you
go
just
to-
go that
don't go to
way.
Mathis.
Just order it done and we'll find a
Stay off
place
the
for it.
Exactly.
John Crickman needs one on Shady Forest pointing into the
Yeah,
city.
on Priest Road, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We can put it in his yard. I'm just saying.
No,
So, and you're going to also include a little map or
I was thinking
directions
to
with
design
your
something
advertisement?
for the next door and the
Yeah.
Facebook.
That'd help out too, I think.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 10 signs.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
I don't have
suggest
my
this.
glasses on, what is it?
Oh, she's
Is that a
so
marquee?
vain.
Like,
No,
what
I'm
is
not
it?
vain, I'm blind. The difference. Well, yeah,
her
find out how
ears
much
work.
that costs.
But
Okay, good.
depending on what you want,
Yeah, I know.
so.
It's a LED marquee. We need one.
But
Are we
those are
getting one?
For next
expensive.
year's budget.
Are we getting one?
For next year's budget.
All right. It's gonna be on the
Depending-
island?
Depending on the price.
I thought they were like 10,000.
Anyway, carry on.
Okay. Sorry.
All right, so that's, we're gonna get quotes on the signs, we're gonna get some of that chalkboard paint and try and, get some of those via signs and go over them with that and put directions on them, at least in the interim. And,
Do you want to set a date for us to do that?
Yeah.
Can we discuss maybe when the next,
Market day is. I'm getting
yeah, I wanted to ask about that
a lot of
too.
people have been calling and like reaching out and private messaging and they're excited and now they're planning. They saw how everything's going and
So
They're
they,
excited.
so what what
I was-
is what you're saying, do we need to increase the frequency or
I
no?
think once a
I
month.
think once a month is fine.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what
I would say every other month, but
No, it seemed to be
You're a
it
man.
seemed to have been a good,
yeah, this
Turnout.
time was
And a
great.
lot of
No, you're
people are
we're at a
actually
good
depending
thing,
on
though.
this as like an extra income. That's
Like
why they're
the rental
looking forward
shows
to
are only
it.
2 or
This was
3
the
a
test
month
run
a
for
year.
them. So they
Oh,
brought a
no.
little bit of stuff.
yeah.
The two kids with that goat lotion and the goat soaps and everything, they said it was so different than the first marketplace. So they didn't really bring much out
Right.
this time because they were kind of like, if it didn't go well, they were just gonna pack up whatever they
But I
brought.
think they pretty much sold everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're excited. And it was these two kids, and then this other lady with some furniture and stuff like that. I just went to go see her today, and she has a little shed full of stuff now, where she's prepared. And there's another lady that said that with the money she made on that day, she was able to pay her light bill. So there are people that are looking forward to an extra
The other
income.
thing the other comment that we heard from that was that to do it as close to the first of the month as
Yes.
possible, because that's when people get their checks.
Checks.
So why don't we start maybe with April, and let's do it monthly.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Unless
Oh,
it's a
okay.
holiday, you know,
But
we
not
may
do
need,
it,
not for March, I think it's too soon.
You think
Okay.
it's too soon?
I think it's too soon for March.
Yeah, it's
I-
only a
or- yeah.
couple weeks away.
It's like next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, a little soon. So like April 4th is a Saturday. Do we always want to do it on a Saturday?
I would think that would be the best,
I would think so.
yeah.
I think it'd be a good idea too to have a second date in case the first one gets rained out. Like, let's say we schedule it for that weekend,
An
but there's
alternate?
rain, so it's like, okay, we'll schedule it for the next weekend
Rain
for
out
sure.
date.
Weather.
And that can be in the advertisement, April 4th, in case of rain or inclement weather.
Do it on the
April
11th. And if it doesn't happen then, it just won't happen till
Yeah,
the
it's
next
just
month.
next month.
So,
And just be sensitive to holidays, because some of them are gonna fall.
um, if we're doing the first Saturday in
Yeah, the first
April,
Saturday of every month.
Every month, yeah.
Rain out on the second Saturday. And I have to say, Gloria did a really fine job coordinating all of that.
Yeah,
And people were very friendly and receptive. And she squashed some dissension in a couple of cases. But the other thing that was really remarkable to me was everyone cleaned up. When everybody left, there was nothing left, so that was good.
I told them it's
it's a
like
bargain for
little
them,
kids,
I mean,
yeah. I was like, we need to clean up after each other. That way we're allowed to keep doing it.
The other thing I would suggest is not to make the city's chairs and tables available. And there's a reason for that, 2 reasons for that. One is we have to pull him in and pay him. And it's not that I don't like to pay him, but I like for him to have his time off. But also we have to keep track of them. And so if enough people brought their own stuff, so.
Right.
Well, the first Saturday in July is the 4th, so we would.
Can't do that one, yeah.
So we'd
Let's
have
just
to do
skip-
the 11th.
you don't want to skip July? Oh, do the 11th?
Yeah, if it's going good, why, we can always adjust, down the line. Sounds good.
But then we wouldn't have a rain out in July.
I doubt it. It'd be hopefully.
We would
so.
hope for one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right.
I'm wondering also, and this will cost money, but maybe in the meantime, just a temporary sign that says no cars allowed on the slab.
I can take
Yeah.
care of that.
Does somebody drive on
But
there?
it, yeah, to unload and to load.
Yeah.
I was
Uh,
kind of floating around. I could just kind of announce it and tell them there's no need for that. I was floating around that day, making sure everybody was okay.
You were flittering.
Yeah.
Okay. I just thought maybe it would not.
I know,
know.
I saw the tire marks there, but it was when we were picking up the tables and chairs, so we were distracted. But I'll take care of it beforehand.
Yeah.
People are really,
And you
really
just
nice.
put it in the,
The comments there, yeah.
and it actually, I think it worked out well. Did everybody get a chance to come down and check it
No,
out?
I had the flu.
Oh.
I was stuck at home,
I'm
yeah.
glad you stayed home.
Yeah.
But what we did was,
And I didn't see
there-
Jennifer
we
here.
allowed the parking
With my
on,
mother-in-law.
like,
Oh, okay.
To the right.
yeah, over on, like if you're going down towards the basketball court, there on the left. And then people could set up anywhere along the road. So, I mean, it worked out really well.
Pretty
There's-
soon they'll be set up all everywhere.
And that's
the whole
fine.
place will be full.
That's
Yay.
fine. That would be awesome.
I
Yeah.
was shocked when I drove in the
Yeah.
gate.
No, it's amazing. Came out
After the
right.
first one, you know.
Think am I at the right park?
Well, there's this thing on the community thing, on the community page, I'm sorry. And if you click on that, I made the event there. Well, from there, it referred me to another thing that was like the news, or you click in Sandy Oaks, it's advertisement, and it clicks in what is happening, and you get credit. So I still have $15 worth of credit because it was my first time posting. And the frequency that I was sharing it, that's what they like. They like traffic to their website. So that's what that lady told you that says you click in the park of Sandy Oaks and it clicks in the events and it tells you how to get there. So I still have $15. It's $2.50 to post.
Cool.
So I still have the $15.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Where is that?
On the community page,
Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah.
Facebook?
yeah, you go and you create the event.
Uh-huh.
Any event you want. And it's kind of it's advertisement.
Oh, like the San Antonio Zoo does? And
Yeah,
the
all
other-
of that, and it gives you credit because you do have to pay to have a space for it. And I just made it really basic and just put the address and the day. So there's actually a lady that said that's how she found the market day thing.
That's
Excellent.
good.
I think the other thing would be, if those who want to come, I mean, I really want to stay away from having them register or sign up or, any kind of commitment, because, that changes. But if they do intend to come, an idea of what they're bringing, so that people know. Like the soap, whatever it was that they brought, the soaps and the honey and the yarns and all that.
Yeah.
That's the Marlin Farms. I was hoping they had vegetables and stuff.
Yeah,
Is that the one
They
that
were
does
good.
honey?
Uh-huh.
I bought their honey before.
yeah. And even if they have a picture that they want to include, when you create the event, you could just keep adding pictures to that.
Yeah,
To kind of give an idea who's going to be there.
that's good.
Okay, so we have some things to do, and we'll check them out. If you
Okay,
need
so the
some-
next market day is going to be April 4th.
Right, and then
9
for
to 3.
Saturday every month thereafter, except for July.
Except for July.
Or-
And it's going to be the same time, 9 to 3?
Yeah.
9 to 3.
And be sure that you reserve the pavilion area for all those days.
Okay.
You know how to do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
on the website.
Okay, so agenda item 6, discuss and possible action on preparation of the monarch butterfly site and status of a grant to the Texas Native Plant Society. And Charles, I'll turn that over to you. I know we talked about it, so.
Okay, the application and documentation went in. I got a receipt back from them that they had received everything. The award will be March 1st, so
Oh,
coming right around. If we get a grant, we should have the check by the middle of March.
Nice.
And then the local Native Plant Society of Texas, the San Antonio chapter, has a big plant sale. I think the first weekend in April.
Doesn't also the Horticultural Society down there off of Broadway also have a big sale, where they have those big glass, I forget what you call geodomes or something like that.
Arboretum?
Arboretum, yeah.
Not aware.
No. I know they have, they used to, I shouldn't say I know, because I'm not sure they still do it, but I would be,
Yeah,
bet that they would.
The one thing we want to make sure of is everything going in this is a native plant. So.
and they have experts down there, so. But anyhow, I guess we just start with the San Antonio Native Plant Society
Yeah,
and go from there. Everything has to be a native plant, you couldn't,
no, yeah,
All right.
no, native plants.
okay.
And you know, that's what the animals evolved to eat here, so.
That's fine,
Let's give them what they need.
I'm not opposed to doing that. so.
Lady Bird Johnson Center in Austin has a big plant sale, and they're all natives annually. And I could check into that if you'd like, and if anybody's interested in going up there.
Well, I would
I've
suggest
bought from them before.
check with Tomasini.
Okay.
He has them and he has access to them. His father, I think, is somehow related to the Extension Service. Something to do with Bear County agriculture. Well, that's what he
I
told me.
know he said he has plants.
He does, and he may have access or something. So might go use him first and just see if he's got any.
It seems like
Suggestions.
Mary Alamon said that she had a lot of native plants that she would like to be involved with.
And we know what specific kinds the butterflies like?
I have about a page and a half
There you go.
of
Suggestions.
suggestions from the Lady Bird Johnson Center.
Uh-huh.
Spring, summer, and fall plants specifically for monarchs. But the truth of the matter is, in the fall, all butterflies eat the same thing, nectar. The only thing specific to monarchs is the milkweed for the caterpillars.
What day was that sale on again, Charles? Or what was the date for the Texas Native Plant Society plant sale?
I don't have it on the top of my
okay.
head.
All right, that's right.
I believe it's the first weekend in April.
Okay. All right, the next agenda item is discuss and possible action on progress of providing pet waste collection and disposal stations along the walking trail. I know I've heard some opinions on what not to do, but
They were over here.
You can hang those things on the post, but I hope you don't want to attach the trash cans to them. You could put like a horseshoe into the ground
Right.
and chain them to that nearby, but not
Who you
attach
gonna
them
say
to the
that?
post. My beautiful post. You could be facing them.
that's what I was alluding to.
You're busy. Chris is gonna follow up on trash cans.
Okay. So, and all we do is just do those cans with the
We-
bag
we
stuffed
did.
in them.
What happened to them?
Well,
No.
I hope somebody didn't think they were trash and throw them away.
Catherine put them away somewhere.
oh, okay. So we do have them, so.
Yes.
And I have quite a few at the house,
Okay.
at my
great.
house.
They just have to be set up. So we're well on, and the only thing that we need is trash cans and implementing the little,
I wouldn't get very large trash cans, any larger than a kitchen size.
are we gonna use plastic or metal?
I would use metal, but that'd be my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I'm thinking if you drive a
How you-
nail,
And see, this comes off.
Oh, I see. I was wondering how you got them in there.
You shouldn't have told
Looking
them.
for the ship.
No, we would take the rubber band off. They're just in there
if
that way.
if you drive a nail into the post,
Well-
and then poke a hole in the side of that, and then just stick it over the head of the nail,
Well,
that should be sufficient.
So here's another suggestion. We talked about rings that you could mount on those posts and just drop those in. You know what I'm talking about? Clamps. That may be an option, so you could secure them on the post and then just drop these in like this.
He doesn't want us to deface his
Yeah, no,
markers.
not with the trash cans, I'll go with that, but try to make it below the paint to where it's natural wood.
Now, those are small things of bags, and we have 5 or 6 or 7 of them, so we have enough for each post. We just ran out of bags.
So you just roll them and the regular,
You take your
Grocery
regular
bags?
trash bags and you fold them in half and then fold them in half again, and then the first one, you take the handle part and you fold it like at a 90 degree, and then you start rolling it. And then the next one is flattened out and you just, slip it in there and you roll over it. So
Well,
as you
I have
pull
a-
one out,
It's like origami.
I've got a box that I have to the wall, but I just stuff them in there and
Yeah.
pull them out, but they don't come
no,
out.
Anne's real good about folding all hers real nice and neat.
She's very neat.
Okay, so we need clamps, trash cans, and
Clamps and trash cans. You taking notes, Chris?
he's got a eidetic memory, so here.
We're gonna have to write Chris up.
Okay, agenda item 8, discuss and possible action on setting the time frame to begin the playground equipment painting project. I'd like to give this guy, a time frame, like, we want to do this within this 2-week period. I don't want the weather to interfere, and that will give him the leeway to decide when he wants to do it. Do we want to wait till April, or do we,
Why do we need to wait?
well, we were thinking the winter, the weather,
We've had some really good days,
Yeah, I know,
We missed
it's-
some good opportunities.
We did.
yeah, I know,
Yep.
so,
but you never know.
yeah, that's
I'm
true.
thinking June is, did you say he wanted to get started on it?
Oh, he wanted to do it the day I
Oh.
called him and told him.
June is
That would've
probably
been a
when
good
it's
time
dry.
in there
I want
too.
to keep him because I don't want to lose him. I mean, that's a
I
good
know.
kid, yeah,
Well,
so,
And
why
we
don't
don't
you
want
just
the-
let him know that, he's the one doing the job, and if it rains, then he's gotta come back and redo it, Tell him we're ready whenever he
Okay.
feels like it's appropriate.
all right, I
Yeah.
will do that. I just want him then to let us know when
Yeah,
he's
just
gonna
ask him
start.
for a 24-hour notice
Yeah,
before he
that's
starts.
that's exactly what I
Right.
just said, so.
Check for long range, look at some long range rain
We'll give him the
forecast.
Farmer's Almanac and tell him.
No, you can get something on the internet with
Yeah.
the,
Yeah,
Do you
that,
have-
you can get long range.
Do you have the farmer's
you can
almanac?
find
You know,
out for 2 weeks.
If he's a painter, he's used to that anyhow.
Painter's been painting a long time
Time, he
before we
knows
had an
what-
internet.
yeah, so. Okay, then I will call him up tomorrow and say, hey, we're ready whenever you wanna start,
Yeah,
go to it. But I wanna then again review, I think I ought to have him come out here again, because I wanna make sure that he, says the same thing that he did when.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
Hope he hadn't gone up on his price.
No, I doubt it.
Tell him no
He
kickbacks.
agreed, and I told him that it would be down the line sometime, and he said, okay, just let me know, but it's, I don't know how good his memory is, so I just want to make sure. Okay, so I will do that tomorrow, and sounds like it, for an almost aborted meeting, it went pretty well. So,
They were all ready to go, Mickey. They were like, 6:31, we're out.
oh, no, we weren't. I wouldn't do that. Even though it was getting cold out there.
I know.
Okay, agenda item 9, we adjourn. Thanks
time?
everybody for coming. And the
Time.
time is 7:11. Oh, I need to get a Slurpee.